as strong as we.
What I want to talk about is subterfuge, what I call basically Jedi mind tricks. Yeah? Jedi mind tricks being things like, please don't do that. The difference between that and you don't want to do this. Okay? There's such a massive psychological difference between those two statements. Okay? Please don't do that gives him power. Yeah? There's other self-defense, I'm not going to name names, but there are self-defense courses out there that teach you to be really subservient. You know, I'm talking about real blue chip names, designer names, fucking bullshit. They've never been in there in their lives. How they got there in the first place with so many people behind them, but they didn't. But they teach you to be subservient. The minute somebody's subservient with me, my power's on. My power's at its maximum. Okay? Because originally, in any type of confrontation, what you've got to begin with is an uncertainty between both parties. The minute one party becomes subservient to the other party grows in bollocks. Yeah? Standard psychology. Yeah? The minute he starts going, please don't do it. My mom's going to kill me. Yeah? That's my cue to murder. Pure and simple. Alright? So, we don't ask, we say. We don't tell either. Yeah? Because then you'll be in confrontation. You've got to find a midway in between. You've got to tell him what he does and doesn't want to do. So when we talk, what we do is we say, you don't want to do this. Yeah? Oh. Maybe you don't want to do this. Okay? And the reason why you're saying you don't want to do this is because now he has to question himself. Now he has to ask himself, why don't I want to do it? Who the fuck's he? And then he's thinking, and that split second that he's thinking, what's he just said? Is our cue to move in, step in. Okay? So, verbals. I'll go into verbals in greater detail at a later date. There's all sorts of verbals, but they're the basic principles we tell. We tell politely, but we tell firmly. Yeah, we don't ask, and we're never ever subservient. So regardless of what you want to say to him, that's always the situation. Okay? If you threaten with anything, the guy comes up to you and starts basically gobbing off that he's gonna pull your arms and legs off. Do us a bacon sandwich. Yeah? You tell him something that is completely and utterly fucking irrelevant to his life, that he has to now make sense of. While he's making sense of that, and again, you're talking about split-second timing here. Yeah? While he's processing your food order, you're stepping in and destroying it. Yeah? This may sound really fucking silly, but trust me. Count to 10 for me. Count to 10 for me out loud. 1, 2, 3. I want an egg sandwich, I want a bacon sandwich, I want... Huh? Okay, the mind can't process too many things at once, especially when you throw in a curveball at random. Yeah? So by me asking him for a food order while he wants to take my head off or count or whatever else he wants to do, one thing has to stop in order for the other to start. That makes sense? Okay. The other thing, two people on their own. Two people on their own in a confrontation. Now bearing in mind these are just principles. We'll go into what you can do once that hesitation is in. But two people on their own in a dark lane and one of them confronts the other one. Might be a mother. Okay. You might be an armed mother, even worse. Okay, so there's a knife. Okay? And at the moment, hopefully, he's showing you the blade. Yeah? If he's just a mugger, he just wants your stuff, he will show you the blade, because that's just a means to an end for him. If he's a bastard and he wants to take your life, it's a whole different story, whole different class. Yeah, we'll get into that another time. If he shows you the knife, he's a displayer. Yeah? Standard practice is with a displayer, he's showing you that as a means to an end. He wants, what do you want?
52p for a pack of crisps.
Okay, look. Okay, look what I'm doing here. Look where his eyes naturally go. Come on, then you step in. Yeah? Knife disarms and everything else we'll discuss. Different parts. The point is, he's asked me for an instruction. He's going to follow with his eyes to make sure that I do that instruction. Standard. Yeah? So, by him following me, there, here I am here, yeah, then we move in, or we move away, whatever we do from there. Okay? Again, as I said, I'm not here to show you how to disarm a knife in this particular class. This is about basic principles of interrupting an attacker's thought process. Okay, just drop that a second. You're being fronted up. Yeah, being fronted up. Come on, mate. You know you don't want to do this, and your mate doesn't want you to do it. You didn't have a mate. Yeah? But me introducing a third party, he doesn't know there's nobody behind him. He knows one of his mates isn't behind him. But suddenly there's a third party, there's that hesitation. And that hesitation is enough to be stepping in. Again, yeah? You want a phone? You want my phone? Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah? Have my phone. Same thing. That's what he wants. He's worried about that. Yeah? He's worried about the money that's in it. There is no money. Yeah? He's worried about my phone, he's worried about money, he's worried about cards, he's worried about whatever. Yeah? So, mate, you want this? Again, you're in. He's focusing on this. This is what he wanted. This is all he wanted. Yeah? From there, okay? You can have it. You can have it. Yeah? You give him something else to focus on. That's all that matters. You break his psychology. The psychology of violence is a very, very base, instinctive psychology. The threat of violence, the act of violence, it's all very, very base. Yeah? It's instilled from us precognitive, it's pre-birth. Yeah, we had to use violence in order to survive. When pterodactyls were chasing after us, triceratopses were bumming diplodocuses and stuff like that. Yeah, it goes way back. Yeah. So, at its very, very base instinct, it's not easy. It's not difficult. It's easy to overcomplicate things. Yeah. And he was going to do this, and therefore, as a martial artist, okay, you were going to hit him with a big pub favourite. There's your standard exaggerated stupidity of martial arts. We don't need 7 moves, okay? We just need to confuse and cause pain, as I said to you before. Okay? Confusion and pain, confusion and pain, confusion and pain. Okay? My wallet's in here. Okay? Now, there's my wallet. I don't want to tell you where my wallet is. Okay? You've asked for my wallet, I'm going to reach for the back one. Yeah, now watch what happens to my body when I reach for that. Does it look like I'm grabbing him? Does it look like I'm doing anything to him whatsoever? He's asked for my wallet. Of course you can have my wallet now. You want my wallet? Yeah? It's a natural for me to reach around. My body's now there. One step, and I'm now behind him. Behind him, I can do anything I want to. Yeah, Jedi mind tricks. It's not difficult to interrupt somebody's thought process. Where are you, John? You know where? Can't answer. Because as he's trying to think where to answer, it was a surprise question. You've got to process a question. And while he's about to answer it, I just interrupt him anyway. So if we can do that like this, we can do it in a heightened, fear-filled, adrenaline situation. Yeah? It's very, very easy to do. To completely take somebody off their game. Now, do they stay off the game? The answer to that question very, very simply is no. They don't stay off the game. They move very quickly to the next level because they're now panicked. Now, that next level may be without a thought of what to do next, or it may be to step back for a second and wonder, who is this Obi-Wan Kenobi character? Yeah. But whatever he does next, you can't wait for that to happen. So the Jedi mind trick is basically to tell him what to do, to confuse them into not doing something. And while you're showing in this hand, you're using this one to tweak it. Yeah? Okay? Watch. Okay? Follow the danger. Yeah? Watch. Right, now follow the danger. Doesn't matter. Okay? Now follow the danger. Yeah? Now follow the danger. Everything we do is to confuse him and have him believe in one thing while we're doing something completely different. Yeah? Does that make sense? Distraction. Distraction. Subterfuge. They're no shoes. Fire! Is it? What? Everybody turn around. Yeah? I wish the camera had been on us all, mate, because everybody goes around. Fire! No, there's not. We just stood here talking. But in the meantime, I've hidden myself behind Charlotte. You know, these are the things that Darren Brown does. These are the things, you know, look at what I'm doing with this hand while I'm playing with my lighter in this hand. It's ridiculous, but it works, and it works in violence. So in a heightened situation, yeah, grab, okay? The heightened situation, if I can still use something, my voice, my hands, my knees, he's not expecting anything else of me, okay? All I'm doing is basically trying to give him something to distract him here while I take him here, yeah? Something to distract him here while I take him here, okay? Something to distract him here. He's expecting this. Yeah? So, give him something, take away something else. Yeah? Alright, that'll do it for today. Okay? Just...
We don't need to see his identification.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
He can go about his business.
You can go about your business.
Move along.
Move along. Move along.